Psych. Hi guys. This is Tressa. This week, not so much an episode, but I mean kind of a full episode, but this is a bonus episode. It is from June 2020 on Asylum Case Study Sweetheart, Dustin Crest's podcast, Nerds, Geeks, and the Kitchen Sink, where we discuss Atlantic Rim. I think we had fun. I'm afraid to listen to it. I cut out a big chunk at the beginning so no one has to hear about how sad I was at the beginning of the pandemic. But if you want to do that, I'll add the link in the show notes. But I hope you enjoy this, and it will tide you over until we get some new episodes out there for you. Okay, enjoy, babies.
Let's just jump right into. Do we want to try and talk about the genesis of why we arrived at this? Is there even a reason?
The genesis of mockumentaries or Atlantic Rim?
Well, the genesis of why we're talking about this, because it's not like we need a reason. First of all, so back up. But I guess what I'm trying to say is it's pretty funny that you're like, I asked you to come on the show. And you're like, yeah, okay. Do you like mockbusters?
Yeah.
Like that was just like, it was like, sorry, but this has to be, if I'm coming on, we have to talk about it.
Well, you see, my son and I have been planning to do a YouTube channel where we only review the Asylum productions.
Yes, the best.
Yeah. Oh my God. So good. But he's 15, so he's just too cool to hang out with his mom now.
Oh.
I know. But and then he's like, no, I will record it and I will edit it, but you have to be the only one on camera. Basically, bottom line is I'm obsessed with these Asylum movies, and I need to have a platform to talk about them because they are so good / horrible that
Shouldn't you have a podcast for this? Like, it's perfect for a podcast.
I know. I absolutely should. But, you know, when you talk to people about doing a podcast, they get really excited until it comes to scheduling, and then they are no longer excited about doing it.
It's very hard. Yeah. Ours is every 2 weeks because just because of scheduling, it's so hard.
Absolutely.
But we just set aside every second Sunday.
Nice.
That's when the magic happens. So
if anyone wants to do an Asylum podcast with me, I'm totally open to it.
I might take you up on that. I would love that. So we decided to pick randomly. Basically, you said here's some we can look at. Pick one, and I saw Atlantic Rim, which I had seen a long time ago, but didn't really remember much of. It's a Pacific Rim knockoff, obviously. I shouldn't even have needed to say that, but whatever.
Right.
And boy, it's a treat. It's a real delight.
It really is. I watched it again. I watched it probably last year, and I watched it again last night. And boy, oh boy, they do not disappoint.
No.
I hate to concentrate on stupid petty things like costuming or I don't know, special effects or
right
or acting choices, but
there are plenty of choices.
Oh my God, so good. I really appreciate that the costuming it smells of a kid playing in their father's closet. It's just like, so good.
Yeah. Wow.
There's a woman at the beginning who's wearing these coveralls that are way too big on her. And
I know exactly who you're talking.
She's talking to some military dude, I don't know. And she's got grease smeared on her face, two very specific places. And you're like, that woman knows what manual labor is.
No question.
Yeah. Oh no doubt. Yeah, I noticed that right at the beginning. It's like, okay, that's some sound grips uniform. You know, he's like the pink shorts guy now in Star Wars. And
Exactly.
Yeah. So this movie is called Atlantic Rim, but when you look it up on IMDb, it's now called From the Sea.
What? Really?
They've changed the name. I can only assume due to legal ramifications.
Oh man.
because let's be honest, they do not have the money to fight that.
No, they just said screw it. Yeah. The DVD already says Atlantic. We're good.
Yeah.
Now they say Atlantic Rim, but like most of it, is it supposed to be in like the Gulf of Mexico?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Where-
that's kind of.
Like it starts off at that Mardi Gras parade that's
Yeah.
obviously like in the suburbs of Chicago somewhere. It's, man, this movie is so good.
Well, in the trivia, I don't know if you looked any of this stuff up. I love this stuff. The film, they were originally going to film it at an actual naval air station in Florida.
Yeah.
And then at the last minute, permission was denied because a high-ranking official read the script.
That is amazing. Instead they
some promotion.
and then instead they shot at somebody's storage space, I'm guessing.
Well, actually, it does tell you that they shot it at a private like air base, like or air like
Airport.
Yeah, like a private airport, right?
With a bunch of background. There was that scene where they're like in that air hangar and there's just a bunch of Cessnas that are supposed to be from the government or something.
Yes, it's clearly just a private air place, right?
Oh my god!
And wasn't the other bay like all medical helicopters?
Well, this may answer some of our questions. That private helicopter airport was used for 7 different locations in the movie.
Now, does that include the library? That was the war room?
Oh my god! And everyone's getting on the horn always.
Yes.
Get me on the horn.
And, okay. And then I just want to jump everywhere because there's so many good details in this movie. Like,
I know.
What's his name? Geis.
Oh my god.
With the eye patch, who's clearly doing a bad Batman impression for some reason.
I think more likely it's like a Snake Plissken. Plus, he's got the eye patch. But you're also correct.
Yes.
I'd like to interview him on that. I bet it's a combination of the two.
Yeah.
Probably.
Again, choices were made.
I truly think Graham Greene lost a bet to be in that movie.
Why is he in this?
Is he the Admiral?
Yeah.
Yes.
General Hadley.
General. Yeah, which they don't have in the Navy.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
And then as nobody has any, on their uniform, any correct insignia, he's
man.
I'm going to have to take your word for it, but I do not doubt that at all.
Admiral, General, whatever. I mean, and he has a Navy SEAL eagle on his shirt.
Just stick them all on there.
Geis has got, he's supposed to be Navy, but he has a paratrooper.
Look, he's done it all. How do you think he lost that eye?
You guys.
That's where he lost that eye. He was jumping out of that plane.
Okay, we need to get back and focus on this parade that was happening somewhere in Iowa, wherever that was.
Yeah.
Okay.
So some back street in Des Moines.
Yeah, absolutely. With that quaint little bar that looks like an oldie-timey saloon.
Yes.
Yep, absolutely. Right after that, they had the two, like, the couple that control.
Thugs?
No. Well, yes. But the couple that control the mechs, they're like walking, like going down the alleyway or tunnel for some reason, singing 99 bottles of beer on the wall.
These are cool people.
Because that's what everyone does when they're drunk. They sing 99 bottles of beer on the wall, right?
Right.
And then they run into some street toughs that just got back from Lowe's with their new chains.
That's the chain.
Right.
Oh my God. Yeah, this movie is amazing.
It's incredible. The fight is the laziest fight I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's not much of a fight. And his tough talk made me cringe harder than anything ever.
Because it was so tough that you were jealous? Yeah,
That's
I know.
exactly
Yeah.
right. I shrank into myself.
Intimidated, yeah.
It was
Now,
rough.
and I'm going to say this loosely, that he was the hero.
Yeah, obviously he's the
Do you
hero.
mean, do you mean
Right.
Red?
Red, did he graduate from the Harvey Weinstein School of Acting?
Oh,
or
no.
Oh,
That's gross.
he had that really great hair that just reminded me of the first season of Community when everyone makes fun of that guy for having bedhead all the time.
right.
He was great.
Yeah. So they fight those people in the alleyway, and they're hammered, right? And then all of a sudden,
Right.
back to you got to go to work and pilot this. Who knows how expensive these mechs?
Right, they jump into that van and they're like, we only had like 2 beers like 3 hours ago, lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously that's not true because they were singing 99 bottles of beer on the wall like 10 minutes earlier.
Right, exactly.
And by the way they introduce the third guy, is his name Treach?
Yes.
The way they introduce him, he's just a random person sitting in that SUV.
Yep.
How am I
Treach.
supposed to know he's a main character?
Because he's black. They had to have the lady, the hero, and the black guy,
Right.
who is obviously the best out of all of them.
He is, by the way, definitely the best of all of them.
Yeah. Treach is dope. He's so
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
He's in the movie Feast.
What's
Do you remember Feast?
No.
Really?
It's like it's from 2005. It's like a Evil Dead wannabe with these creatures that just bust into this bar.
What?
You probably
That
watched
sounds
it back then and don't remember. Everyone saw it, I'm sure.
I have the memory of a gnat, so probably.
I'm similar. But yeah, he's been in a ton of like actual things. He's a real actor. These other people, I don't know.
That's what I love about Asylum. They like get like random actors that you may have seen before. Lots of like TV drama actors are all of a sudden doing like these weird sci-fi and horror movies.
It's great.
And they're like not presented great. Like they did great. This movie did not.
That's the beauty of some of these.
Absolutely.
By the way, there's a sequel to this movie.
Oh, I saw that. I almost
Yeah.
watched that instead because it was on Prime.
Which I looked at the cast list. I haven't watched it, but it's completely new cast. Not one person returns. It looks like.
I wonder why.
I can't figure it out.
If Treach isn't there, I'm not interested.
Nope, not interested. So what happens next?
All right, so they got to do a slow motion walk to the camera in their mech suits. Well, not the mechs, but in their suits they wear in the mechs.
Right, mech suits.
Right. And then they get dropped into the ocean and they have to go 800 fathoms. I don't have any idea how deep that is. It seems
a lot
deep.
of fathoms.
Yeah,
and they get sweaty for some reason.
They get real sweaty. It's hot down there. I guess probably because it's near the Earth's core. Is that it?
Is the water that hot?
I don't.
They don't have cooling in there?
No, air conditioning was the luxury they could not afford.
By the way, I don't know if you noticed this. Hang on, I have to say, Chris, shut up. I have to tell you this. There is, at the moment when you see them in their cockpits, if you look behind them, every single one of them, there is one of those tubes, like, I don't know what you call it, like an exhaust tube, like from your dryer. Runs down the back.
Yeah, that like aluminum, like crinkled up. Yes, I saw that too.
And it's got one little row of like LED lights wrapped around that. It's science fiction.
One of the notes I wrote was the sets in this movie, and pretty much every Asylum movie, they don't so much take away like your suspension of disbelief as they make it possible. They give you the hope that you can make a movie in a closet too. Anyone can make a movie in a closet or a library.
Yes.
So
beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, and it's so funny. Dustin and I were talking about it yesterday, and I said, I swear as God is my witness, this is a 7th grader writing a script and dialogue for a movie.
And they nailed it. They
nailed it. Yeah.
Yep. Good job, Kevin.
So then they're like sweating under the water, and they're like, oh my God, what is that? it's a ship graveyard, but they don't show the
never see it.
camera
You
at
never
all.
see it.
And they keep talking about it. Oh my God, look at all this crazy stuff we're seeing. I would love to see that stuff, but you're not letting me. And, then, and I wanted to go back and count how many times everybody said, "What is that?" Because it was at least 10 times.
Yeah.
What
Within
is
a 2 minute, within a 2-minute period.
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
sell it. Really sell it,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
What is that?
I'm, by the way, looking at the names of the writers for this.
Mhm.
One of them is named Richard, which is fine. But the other writer,
I
the
guess
person,
if you like that.
Yeah, I was
kind of
if
thing.
you're into
say.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the other writer's name is Thunder Levin. Thunder.
It absolutely is not, but he can call himself that.
Yeah. That explains a lot.
Mhm.
So now there's this huge creature that has like surfaced from 800 fathoms from like in a couple seconds. I don't know. And there's like 5 guys in like camouflage outfits that don't even look military with huge guns.
Oh my God.
Aiming,
Safely behind the guardrail.
Yes,
Yeah.
behind a guardrail. And like, I guess the head guy, he's like, aim high. Oh, that's a great idea. Thank you, sir.
The people on the beach, morons.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I can see it happening that way anyway, just taking pictures and being
Hey.
generally confused. Oh, that's
cool.
awesome.
Robot. Woo.
I want to know though. Okay, this is my big thing. Where the hell did all the bodies come from? At the beginning, they aren't even fighting on the beach.
Nope.
And the beach is already strewn with bodies everywhere.
I assume they were already there.
Yeah, it was just
There were
another
some
cause and effect.
Yeah, those people that were waving were some, satanic cult that killed everyone on the beach first.
We're just finishing up. You guys can have the beach.
Yeah.
And then Treach comes in and he's like, "This city's messed up, man." Yep, it sure is. And then this other guy rounds the corner. He's like, "Alexandra, Alexandra, Alexandra."
Oh boy.
And they're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, who are you looking for?" And he's like, "I'm looking for Alexandra."
Oh, sorry. Susan. That is wild. Why is she in the bar? Behind the bar?
Yeah.
Not with any parents. It is
No.
so wild. And
Was
then
she
when
the
he goes-
bartender?
Yes. when he goes to get her, he's like, "Hey, you ever play piggyback? Good, because if you don't, we're all gonna die."
Play piggyback. Not a thing.
Nope,
Yeah,
it's
no,
absolutely not.
no.
Not a game.
No.
Just a thing that you do.
Yeah.
How do you justify any of that scene? Like, how did we arrive there?
Obviously, we arrived there through Alexandra, who was somehow in an oldie-timey saloon
Yeah.
where everyone around her was dead somehow.
Oh, they're
Like
just
she-
slumped over at the bar for some reason.
They probably fainted out of fear.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
They're all so drunk, man.
Yeah, I didn't hear anybody singing 99 Bottle of Beers on the wall,
No,
so
no,
I don't
Because they
know.
finished the song. They were so drunk.
Oh, cleared up. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So what's next? They save the girl. They go outside. They probably die anyway.
Yeah.
That hotel blows up, I guess.
And I was going to say, apparently all the bodies from the hotel spewed
Flew out.
flew out over the streets because no one went in town.
I mean,
Can we
where
talk-
else are they going to go? They have to be strewn about the streets through an explosion. They
Production
can't just-
value.
Exactly.
Can we talk about the creature design?
All right.
It's pretty wild. It looks like a PS2 generic. You'd get this game for $20,
Yep.
and it's a game where you leap on those things and collect bananas or something. And green jewels.
Yeah, but it would always swipe you, so you couldn't actually get it. It was just like a snake that was just a little bit better than a snake.
Yeah.
And that part where he he holds the guy's jaws open, and he couldn't kill him by just tearing him up, which would have been awesome.
Rip the jaw off.
Yes.
Doesn't Optimus Prime do that in a Transformers movie?
Yes.
Probably,
It's
because
so
it's
cool.
an awesome move.
Yeah.
But instead, he has to have it like missilized. What's that word I'm looking for?
Missilized, I think is the word.
Missilized. I think that is a new term.
Cool, thank you. Yeah, that monster is dumb, and it makes me angry.
And there's no, like, he could have said some cool one-liner, like, I don't know,
No, we couldn't.
open up, or
I was
I don't know,
gonna say,
He's
something.
not capable of that.
You did see the beginning of the movie, right?
Take your medicine. I don't know, something like that. But no.
Nope. And then,
That's-
okay, so he gets arrested because he saved the world or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess.
And then his boss is like, you have to go to a party. He's like, awesome, I hate parties, or whatever he says. The party they go to is obviously in a grade school gymnasium.
Oh, you're not kidding. You're not kidding. You're in the brig for, like, treason.
I'm
basically.
sorry, you're
But
in the child's bedroom for treason?
You're in the storage room from the farm. I don't know, but clearly. Well, by the way, the general says you did such a good job. You're in the brig. By the way, you have to go to this party and shake some hands, but you are in huge trouble. By the way, you did a great job. I hate you.
That's how I feel about this whole movie.
Yeah.
You did a great job. I hate you.
I hate you.
Yes. Bottom line.
When we see more monsters later in the movie, do they just use the same monster model? It seems like it's just the same one.
Duh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But I shouldn't even have asked. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I've got this written down, and I have no idea what it means. Somebody said, "Oh crap! Here come chunky trucks."
Chunky trucks.
Yeah. Like, I remember looking at the closed captioning, and it said, "Oh crap! Here come," and then it didn't say what he said. And I swear to God, he said "chunky trucks."
Is it when they're about to get run over when they're trying to escape, and they get into the truck? I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of a senseless thing.
Oh no! After that, I have written down chunky truck equals faux Batman. So,
Oh my God.
I guess that was Geis in a truck or something.
I remember that. I remember hearing it, but I couldn't figure out what the hell it was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just wanted to side rail that for a second.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I know.
So they do the party. They're just pounding drinks,
Yep.
putting them down,
Mm-hmm.
and also Treach is with helping out the Red Cross at this point.
Yeah, he's a humanitarian
Yeah.
and he cares about people. And Red is just like, he's a loose cannon who's just trying to like get more medals and stuff.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about people, not like Treach.
No, and Treach likes to play checkers with rocks.
Yeah, he
Pebbles.
wants to play. He wants to play crystal chess a lot with
Crystal
that
chess
lady.
makes it sound awesome.
But it is
It's
not.
not.
It looked more like Vicks cough drops.
Yep.
Oh no.
Okay, so then there's a scene where they're like, these creatures are hundreds of millions of years old.
How do they know that?
I don't know. And how is that even possible? Like, not like they've been around that long, but that specific monster is that old.
Is that what they're implying?
Yes.
No.
Because they're like, their gestation period is thousands of years. What?
Because the egg was in the crude oil.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my
It's
God.
the crude oil.
You guys really paid attention to this.
You know what? I really wanted to be prepared today.
It's kind of like observing a train wreck or a horrific accident.
Sure.
Yeah, you're just trying to. You're trying to make sense of it.
Right. You really don't want to turn away, but you can't help but stare at it.
Yeah.
But it has to make sense.
Right.
But it doesn't.
No.
But it has to.
Oh, no.
It has
Human
to.
mind. The human mind.
So then they're at like Doppler radar place guy.
Yes.
And it's like all dark, but with screens. And the guy who's like, I kind of zoned out, but he's like, he said something about Doppler, like, oh, just wind and rain, whatever. I'm like, why are you here? But if you, because I'm an asshole, I realized that he looks simultaneously 75 and 22. He had a very interesting look.
It's a trick of the light. I don't know. That is wild.
Yeah.
I think I zoned out there too. The next thing I remember is there being multiple monsters, and they have to get back
hatched.
Yeah,
Right.
the egg and hatched.
It's been thousands of years. It was ready to hatch.
Now's the time.
Obviously.
So then, I'm struggling to remember what is next. What?
I think that's when they were like, wait, is that right?
They get their new upgrade? They get their upgrade with their...
Oh, yeah, but first they have to break him out of his storage room.
Oh,
Right.
And
with a hammer.
Right, but they try and find the MP that has the keys, and they finally find him. They're like, okay, fine, let's go get him. And then and then they're running towards the storage room, and he gets stepped on by the monster.
Flattened.
I mean, once you're at that point, the monster has gone, just sift through this crap to get the set of keys.
Right, exactly. It's just going to be near his uniform. It's not going to be that hard to find.
I was waiting for like an Evil Dead, like I have to reach into the gore here and like pull out. I'm like, that would have been hilarious if they did that.
That would have been so good.
Yeah.
But no, we'll just, you know what? We'll just hit it open with a hammer.
Yeah.
I mean, why didn't they do that in the first place?
Yeah, if that was an option, come on.
Thank you.
No. First, he had to try to pry the door off, the handle off, like sideways, the way the handle turns with the hammer. Not put it in the door frame,
Yeah.
but like
Well,
take
to
the
be
hammer
fair,
around the doorknob.
To be fair, that was after he tried hitting it open for a while with his shoulder and kicking it. I mean, obviously, it's a storage room. It should have opened that way, but come on, guy. You got to take the hammer and take the knob off.
You know, for as big as he was, I think my 14-year-old daughter would have been able to bust that door open.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish they'd opened the wrong door.
And it would have been like a small version of the monster. That would have been perfect.
Just mops and brooms.
Yeah.
And then I realized they get in their new mech suits, which can now fly.
Why can they fly now?
Because they've been upgraded, idiot.
Remember before they were like, they fell and they were...
Uh-huh.
Well,
But now they-
and they have weapons now?
Yeah, they have battle axes.
Why would they have a battle axe?
They are weapons. They don't need them. But now they get to control them with their minds.
And the shots of them trying it out and like doing those punches are just so they hurt me physically. Really bad.
Because I mean, watching that take place while you're shooting it, it's just a lady and a couple dudes punching the air for no reason.
Right.
That makes my soul so happy.
They play that scene way too long.
These are professionals.
Yeah.
It's like...
And then I realized, is this just grown-up Power Rangers? Because
Yes.
it kind of is.
The mechs have the like movement range of an actual toy, like an action figure.
Yep.
So like when you see them falling, it looks like someone dropped their toy.
Yep.
It's so bad.
Which is why when they have those headbands that connect to their central nervous system, why the mechs look so fluid and human-like, because they still look like toys, you guys.
All of a sudden,
Yeah.
It's wild. And those headband things, by the way, amazing.
So
Amazing.
good. I like how they put them on and they instantly like fall down over their eyes, and like they didn't
don't
practice
work.
this ahead of time.
Yeah.
So good.
You know that thing that you hear from actors like in interviews where they're like, oh, well, I was struggling to find the character and then I got into the wardrobe and then I found the character. Do you think that applies to this?
No, it absolutely does not. So they arrive in New York, and I'm not familiar with the rural part of Manhattan, but this was obviously not a Manhattan that I'm familiar with. There was like another.
How do they
like,
get there so fast?
I know, and it was like they
could fly
next to some oldie-timey like outfit museum with like pioneers and stuff.
What's an outfit museum? It's a secondhand store.
But it's a museum. It's different.
Okay.
So Geis is now, like, they're there now. And now Geis is like, dude, we need to, like, nuke this thing. And the general's like, nah, dude, it's cool. We got mechs.
He all of a sudden believes in the mechs.
Right.
Right.
At the beginning, he's like, these are the stupidest thing I've ever seen. We can't do this. And now he's like, just let them work.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. It's like a big celebratory party in a grade school gymnasium. He's all for it. And then Geis is like, oh, you know what? I'm going to call my superior and make it happen anyway.
I'm making unauthorized phone calls.
I don't know so much that would be something that could even happen. I mean, I've never been in the military, but am I wrong?
I don't think it can happen.
Not at all. None of and you know, and a little side note, when an admiral's like, send in the Green Berets, totally not even a Navy.
He controls the whole military.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah. But then he's like, they were like, oh, we gotta get rid of all the people in Manhattan, get them out of here, evacuate. And I think it was Geis that was like, the bridges got too tangled, we can't get anyone out. And then they show a shot of the bridge, and it's just like daytime traffic. There's like nobody stopped.
Yeah.
There's like plenty of room between each car.
The movie forgot itself for a second.
They
Can I
would
give
see.
I need to give some love to the actress is Nicole Dixon. She plays Margaret. She's the tech lady.
Oh,
I liked her.
Yeah.
oh,
Why did I
are you
like
talking
her?
about the scientist lady?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Why did I like her?
I don't
She
know.
looks so familiar that she was in something else that I've seen.
Well, she looks like a person I personally know, which is weird.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I thought she was fun. I don't know. I liked her. I liked her on the screen. So what? Go ahead, say something.
No, I remember thinking, like, there's something so great and awful about her. Like,
Yes.
she is like an encapsulation of an asylum movie where it's like, you are very realistic in that role, but you have like the eye rolling of a teenager that I really love.
And the things that she's
Yeah.
saying are insane.
Yeah, absolutely.
So then they pull out these crazy weapons
Oh my
that
God.
they have for some reason that the military decided, yeah, we'll spend trillions on a battle axe for a robot.
Right. As you do.
Yeah. So the nukes, they're going to send the nukes, right? The nukes happen.
Yeah. Wait, first off, they needed weapons, but didn't they already have like rockets built into their arms so that they could like shoot at the thing?
Couldn't you have shot that?
Was it a rail gun on one of them? That's
It did
when
have
he
a
took
rail
out
gun, yes.
He took out the hotel from that.
Yeah, it was like a laser.
Oh my God. But
He didn't even try it on the thing.
no, he didn't. And even if he didn't have that, he's a mech. He does not need a weapon. His fists are weapons.
They're literally made of the weapon. They are the weapon.
Yes. And then he can feel it. He's connected. His central nervous system is connected to the mech. So now he feels when the mech is getting punched. You guys. Oh my God.
I feel bad for that mech.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't ask for this.
Guy's favorite mech, which one was it?
Oh, obviously it's green.
Yeah. That was a trick question, and you got it right.
Okay, now did those mechs not look like? Do you guys remember the old '90s cartoon Reboot?
Oh, of course.
Remember
Their animation,
the bad guy?
almost as good as
It was
Reboot.
similar. I know.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'll agree with you.
Okay, look it up. Look up
everyone's
the bad guy
blue.
that's in it. Yeah,
What
There's
am
a
I
little
looking up?
dog. It's called
Reboot?
Reboot. Yeah.
Reboot. Yeah, it was '94 in 1994.
The Year of Evil, Army of Darkness, my favorite movie of all time.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Reboot. If I Google reboot, it's just going to show me a bunch of movies that have been made in the past couple of years.
Well, I was wrong.
Oh!
Army of Darkness came out in 1992, by the way.
Yeah.
I thought that was off, but I didn't want to say anything.
I don't know anything.
Yeah, I have no idea what this show is. I've never heard of it.
Weird.
You guys are young or something. It looks like
I was out of high school 3 years in '94, so yeah.
Oh, I get it. You just enjoyed it for the animation. But it looks like there's a reboot on Netflix.
There
Yes.
is. And by the way, bringing it back to Army of Darkness, guys, my favorite
Yeah.
movie of all time.
Uh-huh.
There is a reboot episode that is Evil Dead. Like a guy shows up who is essentially Ash, and they have to they do a creepy. It's like a horror game.
There's a
Look it
reboot
up.
episode of Evil Dead.
Look up reboot and then Evil Dead. It's a real thing, guys.
Yeah.
Like literally, you just see Bruce Campbell's huge chin.
Do you remember him in Escape from LA where he was like
The doctor.
The
Yes!
plastic surgeon, yes.
We're
So
talking to a Bruce
good.
Campbell official.
Yes.
I don't know what the word is, but if there was a cult, I would be in it.
It's called a fan.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Next Evil Dead movie being planned, huh?
Yeah. I don't want to talk about it. I'm just going to get upset.
Okay.
Because I'll be too excited. We can't do this.
Okay. Anyway. Oh yeah, so they're at the Statue of Liberty now.
Oh, yes. How could I forget?
Oh God.
I absolutely totally zoned out at this point. I was like, I got stuff to do, and I get what you're doing with the crushing of the Statue of Liberty, but it's just too much for me now.
That's the moment. That's you. Everything else, fine. That's the moment, though.
And then I wrote, how many hours did they spend pretending to swing battle axes? See, valid.
Well, I don't know. The way this movie is, maybe not many. They literally used all the footage.
Okay, so then he gets the nuke, right? Red gets the nuke.
Oh, yeah. And he goes to space.
Yeah, as you do.
Yeah.
He
Right.
he flew him way out into deep space. I
The
don't-
way when it explodes and he shoots off is so funny.
It's so good.
Oh, I guess it's called animation. I don't know what that is. It's terrible. Whatever they're doing is bad, but
It's called Beauty.
it's beauty. Art.
Yep, art.
Yeah.
And then, okay, and then I don't know, something happened. Like Geist is shooting people or something at the Cessna place,
Yes.
and he gets tackled, and he goes, "Admiral, this blood is on your hands." Right after they showed him with blood literally on his hands and arm. Yeah.
Yes.
Man.
It's a literal statement.
Yeah.
It's like the metaphors never stop in this
Oh, man.
movie. And then he comes back like he's been shot or he shot himself into space. He gets nuked back down and he lands right next to everyone. Like, what is the luck that he has if he lands right there?
Don't even think about the Earth's rotation while he was
No.
away.
Right.
None of that
Or, like,
stuff.
I feel like exploding the nuke into space with this monster, whatever it was, that is hundreds of millions of years old. I feel like it's almost, if not just as cheap as Superman flying out into outer space and rotating the Earth to.
Well, that's how you make time go backwards.
Right.
Everyone knows
No,
that's how it works.
It's not so much cheap because it couldn't happen, because it absolutely could.
That's how it works.
It's just cheap, you know.
It's been done so many times.
Right?
These
Why not
pirate
do it
tropes.
every time? Why don't they do that the first time they had a monster? Just fly him out into the middle of the universe and you're done.
I want to pitch. Now, I haven't seen the sequel, but I want to pitch another sequel where the one that got shot into space comes back with alien technology and just lays siege into Earth.
He's a cyborg and he's got like
Oh,
yes.
Now you're talking.
That's what I want.
Now you're
I'll
talking.
start writing that. I'll write the third one.
Please. Please do.
So
Okay.
we've got Mecca, Atlantic Rim.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, then I would love it if all these Asylum movies would cross over.
Oh my god.
Come on. Like have an Avengers, Asylum Avengers.
Endgame. Asylum Endgame. Yeah.
Oh.
Have you guys seen the Sinister Squad?
Which one? I don't think so.
It is bananas because it's obviously supposed to be the Suicide Squad, but
Right.
all the characters are like nursery rhymes and shit.
Oh,
It is
no.
insane.
Oh no.
Yeah. Okay.
So what's next in the movie?
I mean, it's pretty much over. I think they like walk away from the camera with their arms around each other or something.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and side note, how many times do they then do the slow motion walk in this movie?
Well, not enough.
Beg to differ, but
Yeah.
How did this movie not end with a third monster attack? You know what I mean? How movies, like horror movies, love to do that, where it's like, oh no, the thing's not gone.
Yeah, it absolutely should have happened. And it did seem like there should have been more because the eggs hatched. Was there just one egg?
I think that's what they said, that there were 2 eggs.
How do they know?
Remember?
Right?
Exactly.
They didn't even know they were there in the first place.
Yeah, how the hell they know there's only 2, you know?
And that they've been gestating for thousands of years.
A thing we know just by looking at these creatures.
Yeah, obviously.
Right.
Would you want to give it a rating?
No. I'll say for mock bluster.
Mock bluster. All right, we'll use that rating system.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For the mock blusters, I will give it. I'd give it a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, you have to judge it for what it is.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
And what it
Right.
is like a...
It's a mock bluster.
It's like a Happy Meal equivalent of a movie.
Right. You're not getting filet mignon. You're getting what you're getting. And if you don't appreciate it, then you shouldn't be watching it in the first place.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even go Happy Meal. I would say, like the old Wendy's kids
Dollar
meals. No, the old Wendy's kids meals where it was
It's not even
toy.
McDonald's.
It's a toy cardboard cutout, not actually a toy.
They still do that. They still do that, by the way. I'm an expert.
So you're rating the meal by the toy you get, not the actual food?
Isn't that what the point is?
I mean, you've already gone to the point of getting a Happy Meal. You might as well at least rate it a little better on that.
I use the breakfast cereal rating system.
Do tell.
Yeah. Well, the cereal is only as good as the toy that you get in the cereal.
Yeah.
Do they even put toys in cereal anymore, honestly?
I don't know if they do. Someone probably ate it and that was it.
I think that your theory is faulty, so I'm going to go with 4 out of 5 stars.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to give it 4 boxes of knockoff cornflakes out of 5.
Cornflakes, like corn pebbles or something.
Yeah, and they're not sugar. There's no sugar.
No.
They're just horrible.
Yep.
It's the bag cereal. It's
Yeah,
gotten to
of
that
course.
point.
There's just no cardboard involved with this.
That commercial was awful. It's just terrible.
I'm probably going to give I have no idea what to even call the rating, but we'll give it 4 out of 5.
Mock blusters?
Mock blusters. It's very blustery, especially the red.
4 out of 5 dad's coveralls from work.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the one we're going to use. Yeah.
And the last one's dirty. Yeah.
I love horrible movies. I have this. Well, see, I grew up watching Mystery Science Theater, so
Hell yeah.
I have this. This, I guess it's a superpower that I will watch any movie. I will watch any movie regardless of the quality. I can't help myself.
See, I see what you're saying, but I cannot agree. Like, I've seen bad movies that just, like, okay, example, The Asylum's Tomb Invader.
Tomb Raider? Is it like Tomb Raider?
Yeah, it's like a fake Tomb Raider mixed with Indiana Jones, but it's a lady.
I'm into it.
And I was into it too, so hard until I tried to watch it, and it is so fucking boring that I could not even like watch the whole thing. Like they have also with Snakes on a Train, boring. You give me every bad movie that you could possibly give me every bad movie you have, but if nothing's going on, I'm not gonna enjoy it. Like this movie was bad, but it had shit going on.
It really did.
Not always good, but it was always entertaining.
I'm looking at
Exactly.
Tomb Invader, and the cover makes it look pretty awesome.
Yeah, the cover looks dope.
Yeah.
She's swinging on stuff, swinging into tombs that she's invading.
She looks more like Lara Croft than that woman, the one who
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, she looks more like Croft than Jolie. So Just saying.
Yeah, but it sucks. But don't let me stop you. Please watch them all because your pain should be my pain. I understand.
I've seen plenty of these movies, but yeah, I haven't seen that one. Yeah, beautiful.
Oh, and I got to say, if you have Pluto TV, that one app, they have a full Asylum channel that just like loops Asylum movies all day long.
Pluto TV is legit.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah.
So good. That's where I watched Sleeping Beauty, which is awesome. And The Terminators.
The Terminator.
Oh, that's what it was. It was just The Terminator. And that one is legit awesome bad too. It's so
There's
good.
some great Terminator ripoffs. Have you seen Rotor?
No.
Oh my God. Look up Rotor and thank me later.
Yeah.
Will do. Rotor.
But I'm sorry, but it's spelled R period O period T period O period R period.
Ah, like Chuds.
Right, exactly like Chuds. How did we get this far? I do have to ask what your thoughts are on Wayne's World because you're a Chicago comedian.
Oh, the movie or the sketch or...
I knew I asked the right person the right question.
I haven't watched any of them in decades, but I remember... I don't know if that's true or not. I feel like I just watched part of the movie recently and thinking that it was really dated and not as funny as I remember.
Is it because people won't shut up about it? Is it because it's referenced too much?
No one talks about it. I haven't heard anyone talk about that movie since it came
my
out.
family, for whatever reason, that was like always on. And so it's one of those things that gets quoted on the daily in my house.
It's probably because it was on like HBO and like HBO and Cinemax would play the same movie every day for like months. Like that's how I saw so many movies that I now hate but love.
The Friday
at the
the 13th
time.
movies I've seen so many times. They're just always on.
What was that one? It was like Diane Keaton opens an applesauce company for babies, and it was like
Baby Boom.
Yes, Baby Boom. I hated it so much, but it was always on, and somehow it was on my TV. Oh my God!
That's a new one. I don't know that one.
Oh yeah.
You don't need to. It's not.
No,
good.
no. Yeah. I mean, it's the typical '80s rom-com movie.
It's like when boomer moms were like upset that they couldn't be themselves, so then she shot free and did her own thing in the country. No longer the man's problem. She did it all herself, and barf.
That's pretty sweet. You sold me. I'm watching it.
Good.
Add to my queue. Do you have anything you need to like talk about, plug or anything? I know there's not much going on, but
oh, I totally do. I do have to talk about like this morning before we did this. I've been fighting with my mom a lot, and she's been telling me all this stuff about how Trump is so great, and it's just really tough on me, and I've been trying to like show her the truth, but she only listens to Fox News, and it's been really hard. So it's so nice to have you guys to talk to. Is that what you meant?
Well, that's exactly what I meant.
Okay, good. Oh, but also, I during the summer and winter solstice and the spring and fall equinox, I do a show at the Lincoln Lodge in Chicago. Obviously wasn't able to do spring or summer this time around, but around the 20th of those months, look out for the solstice shows at Lincoln Lodge that I will be hosting with lots of funny people that I handpick, and it's a lot of fun.
That's very cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
When it gets a little more time, send us some stuff and we'll post it on our show.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love that. That's great. Anything else? I know you did a podcast a while ago, right?
Oh yeah, we're trying to get it back going, but mom's doing stuff. It's hard to get people together. But if you want to check out old episodes, our podcast was called Icebreaker, and it was basically us asking each other questions that icebreaker questions that you would ask people at parties. And it eventually devolved into this one time I was super drunk and this happened. So we stopped doing it for a while.
That's pretty good. Well,
Yeah.
that's the kind of thing though. Like, it's okay when a podcast like that loses the premise because at that point you love the hosts, so
Right.
it doesn't matter. So you'll listen to them talk about anything.
Right. And people loved me. So it really worked out well that way. But we are going to like try and rehash it, but with like a different theme on
That's
the
really
same
cool.
sort of thing. But also, I took that one down. Well, I was doing another improv podcast called The Facility, but I don't even know if that's up anymore.
I listened to that.
You did?
I legitimately did. You shared it in the Horny for Horror thing, and I was like, oh, sweet.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
I liked it.
Thank you. I thought like we had a lot of great people on that show, so we had a lot of fun. It's just another one of those impossible to schedule things,
The problem I think was I listened to just like a random episode, and I was like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what is this. I liked it. It was good though.
Which episode did you hear?
I could not tell you. This was literally like 3 or 4 years ago.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. Oh, it was.
It
It really was.
I think no. Okay.
Yeah, it was.
So basically, you're saying you've never listened to it? Is that what you're saying?
No. I really did listen to it, and I remember laughing, but being really lost.
Yeah, that's
Well, because
kind of the
I
point.
didn't fully understand the premise, I guess.
I mean, I could go into it now, but that would be boring for everyone.
Well, and if it's down and people can't listen to it, well, maybe bring it
Exactly.
back. I'm telling you to bring it back. Do it.
I'll think about it.
Okay, that's all I can ask.
I would like a handwritten card, though.
I can do that. Don't threaten me. I'll do it.
Okay, here's my address.
Okay, give it out.
1, 2, 3
Slow down. I'm writing.
Fake Street,
Got it. I have a friend that lives on that street.
Cincinnati, Indiana. Got it?
All right, I got it. Chris, anything you need to talk about? Plug?
No, not right now. And there ain't shit going on, so
No, there is not.
no. So, but you do, don't you?
I have a new record out. Yeah. It's like, I'm so bad at talking about this music thing. It's like synth. It's like if John Carpenter really sucked.
That sounds amazing.
Well, it's like if John Carpenter sucked, but also listened to a bunch of like metal bands.
Uh-huh.
So like
John Carpenter?
kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
He says that all the time, but it's like it's just what it is, and it's John Carpenter stuff.
Yeah. So this new record is like, it's all basically I watched the Bram Stoker's Dracula with Gary Oldman, and I was just like,
yeah.
this is like one of my favorites of all time. I want to write a record about it. So
You should
it's like-
write like a synth opera about it.
that's a good idea. Well, this doesn't have any words. It's all instrumental because I suck at singing.
So what
you-
you're saying is it's ripe for words and a synth opera.
Yeah. Well, if anyone wants to help me with that, we could do that.
Don't look at me.
I'm not. I can't see you. How dare you? I'm blind.
Oh,
That's not funny to joke about.
no, my husband's actually blind, so
Well, then I'm a real son of a
piece
gun.
work.
But yeah, that's the thing you can get. I whatever. I don't even talk about it anymore. It's out there. If you like goth synth stuff, if you're cool.
I mean, who doesn't? Come on.
Okay. Well, I just put up a video today. I just ripped some of the scenes from the movie and just said that's the music video. So check that out.
I will check that out. I know you're not talking to me specifically, but I will.
Thank you.
And what's the name of it, Dustin?
The record is called Volo Sanguis. It's Latin for "Give me blood."
Whoa! Man, hardcore.
It is.
You
It's
are
super
such the '90s goth.
I can't help it.
Are you like one of those guys that like tells people you're a vampire so you can drink their blood, but you're not really a vampire? You just say that you are?
I'm a recovering goth.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. I had a very nice face. Long black hair, all that stuff. It was super nice.
Did you say nice face or nice face?
Something happened to my face. It's no longer nice. So anyway, that's it about my dumb thing.
Sounds great.
Yeah, thank you. That's That's it, I guess. Everyone go to bed. It's past your bedtime.
Even if you just woke up.
Yeah, sorry. If you listen to this in the morning, I'm sorry to tell you this, but
it's just the rules.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for having me. It was so fun.
It was so good to have you. It's really nice to talk to you for the first time ever.
I know, it's great. And honestly, we have to talk about these movies some more because it's the best.
Yes, we will definitely have you back.
Awesome.
And let's just, if people never listen to Horny for Horror, that's how we met. That's
definitely check
people
those
should.
out.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
I think it's honestly like my favorite podcast of all time. It's so
good.
There.
It's up there for sure.
Yeah.
I love those guys.
Me
anyway,
too.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks for being with us.
All right, hey, our little ending thing, so that way people find us. Find us on Twitter at Geeks.
The actual plugs.
Yeah, the actual plugs. You sucking son of a bitch.
Okay. I accept this.
All right, find us at Geeks Sinks on Twitter, Facebook. You can find us at Nerds Geeks in the Kitchen Sink. Email us and give us what you thought of the episode. Reach out to us. Give us some mockbusters to look at. Let us and we'll review them again.
Oh, did we? Chris, Juan did a. Oh my God, we had a fan do a fan. We had a listener do one of those.
Juan would say he's a fan, so we can say
Juan.
Yeah,
well, I'm not going to read the thing, but Juan graced us with his mashup thing. I'm good at talking. He did a mashup, and I really liked it. Juan, shout outs to you. You're the best.
Yes,
we loved it. We loved it.
What's the mashup? Tell us.
Boy, I'm not going to find it. I don't remember the details, but look, it was really fun. Okay, he did a good job, and I appreciate him taking the time. That's all I'm going to say.
Thanks, Juan.
Thanks, Juan. You're the best.
Yeah. All right.
Now everyone for real. No, go to bed.
You sound like you need it. That's for sure.
Yeah. All right. That's it. I'm done for real.
Okay.
How do you end this? I'm melting down. Honestly, it's happening.
You're like Ricky Bobby in the commercial. You just don't know where to put your hands to end this.
If you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm out of here.